Every day, I'm surprised that there isn't a political party that in this country has the sole mandate of implementing the Constitution. I don't know of any party that says that is their core mandate.
In the words of the highest judge in the land, political parties in Kenya fall short of adhering to the laws that govern them.
Maybe it's being formed, I don't know, but I pray every day that such a party is formed.
Mutunga claims that political parties in Kenya are mere private voluntary associations that contaminate the democratic space in Kenya. How true are the CJ's words? Is the political party you identify with compliant with the law? In the run-up to the 2013 general election, political parties made concerted efforts to comply with the Political Parties Act of 2011 with the aim of securing registration certificates in readiness of the general election. But now, they seem to have ignored the entire provisions that oversee the daily running of their affairs. Section 7 of the Political Parties Act of 2011 provides as one of the key requirements that a political party must have a national character with the composition of its governing body and membership reflecting regional and ethnic diversity, gender balance and representation of minorities and marginalized groups. Political parties may have complied with this law, albeit through paperwork, while seeking registration and clearance to compete in elections. But the situation is the contrary in real sense and according to public perception. The outcome of the last general election paints a different picture. In Mount Kenya region, for example, a majority of parliamentary seats went to TNA and a few others going to Jubilee affiliates, save for 2 seats, that of Tigania East and Igembe Central, which were won by ODM's Mpuru Aburi and Kiringo Kubai respectively. In Luo Nyanza, TNA never won a single parliamentary seat, save for 2 seats that were won by Matthias Robi of URP and Shadrach Manga of KANU. Over 98% went to ODM, which is led by Raila Odinga. In Rift Valley, URP, which is led by Deputy President William Ruto, won over 80% of the parliamentary seats. This survey does not depict any of these parties to have a national outlook.
Our politics have not evolved beyond ethnicity, and we will not be speaking the truth if we do not admit that at the outset. So as a country, we need to find ways of divorcing ethnicity from politics.
The law also requires each of the registered political parties to maintain fully functional offices in at least 24 of the country's 47 counties. But a spot check indicates that most party offices which had been branded and opened ahead of the general election are no longer operational, in violation of legal requirement. While the political parties admit this violation, they are quick to defend themselves, citing funding challenges. The Political Parties Liaison Committee blames the predicament facing parties on the new law of funding political parties. The law now requires that only those parties that garnered 5% of the entire votes cast in the last general elections will get funding. Only ODM, URP and TNA met this threshold.
You're not doing this country any good by denying parties funding.
Regular internal party elections is a constitutional requirement for all political parties, but most political parties rarely comply, instead opting to keep the same leaders year in, year out. Kendagor Obadiah, Citizen Live at 9.